Oh, hey there. Oh, I needed this one today, and welcome to the Ope-Eh Three-Way Pro Wrestling Podcast on this, our episode 87. Brandon here is always joined by my good bud to my right, your left, I presume, Pierce. Pierce, how you doing today?
I'm good, man. It's been a long day, but I'm happy to be talking some wrestling. I'm happy to be here with a new little setup. I put it on our Instagram. I've got a dual screen, so I'm not just off the laptop anymore, just a second monitor. Can't even see the mic anymore, and I got my Elgato cam. Thank you, Elgato. Not sponsored, but if you want to sponsor us, I would not say no.
It's a pretty sweet rig, man. I'm liking the look of it. Very kind of puffs up the aesthetic a little bit.
Yeah, it doesn't just show
it's an upgrade.
My kitchen. You can see more of my living room, and you can see my Febreze and my PS5 and nail clippers.
Loving the PS5.
Maybe I'll put something here. I know I got my Paper Mario thing, something, so I could put that for being one of the best, if not the best, Nintendo 64 game there is.
Well, that's highly debatable, but
it's in
that could be another
10.
episode.
It's arguably top 5. It's in my top 3.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very, very solid game. Don't get me wrong, but brother, like we're talking Ocarina of Time, we're talking Super Mario, we're talking.
I think Ocarina is a bit overhyped. I enjoyed it when I played it. I will not disagree that it's not a fun game. It's a revolutionary game, but in my eyes, it's aged pretty terribly. When the 3DS port came out, that definitely helped because they had to up it, and then the Z targeting actually fucking worked. But like,
I didn't think the Z targeting was so bad in the OG.
If we're talking 64 Zeldas, let's be honest, Majora's Mask clears Ocarina of Time.
I mean, I love me some Majora's Mask too. Don't get me wrong. That's like my low key. I think Majora's Mask has a bit more replay value than Ocarina of Time does. That's just me, though.
That's because Ocarina of Time is a basic Zelda game, while Majora's Mask is one of the, if not the most unique Zelda games, besides the newer ones in like Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild. I haven't played many Zelda games personally, but when the Switch games came out, I was like, all right, I'll try Breath of the Wild. And I was like, man, this shit fucking rips. Then I played Tears of the Kingdom. I was like, man, this is good. Like, top tier gaming.
Yeah, it's a lot to dedicate time to, right? Like with the whole open world thing, like it's like, you know, Skyrim, Fallout, all those other games that are just like there's so much shit to do. And in Zelda, I was never really used to that, right? Like I'm just pretty linear. Like you get your dungeon, you get your item, you get your boss.
Zelda is A to B, B to C, C to D, et cetera, because every single dungeon, especially in Ocarina of Time, it's very much, and it's the same in Majora's, but Majora's also has all these side quests because you don't do the side quests, and you don't get the Fierce Deities masks, and then you can't spank Majora. But like Ocarina, it's like, all right, we'll just say the Great Deku Tree. Get in there, figure stuff out. Oh, look, I've got a slingshot. I wonder if the boss is going to have a big glowy eye that I got to hit. Then you get to Goma, and that's exactly it. So,
lo and behold. But we'll save a lot more of that. Yeah, we'll definitely save a lot more talk like that for another episode because I really want to expand on that topic a bit more, a little down the chute. But yeah, we've got a lot coming up down the pike, don't we? We got mostly, you know, some Saturday night's main event. We got some Double or Nothing. We got AEW on the tube right now.
I believe that this weekend would equal 7 years of AEW for Double or Nothing. So,
oh yeah, lucky 7.
Congratulations to them. Fucking love AEW. Yeah. With WWE would not have started its hot streak without you. And I mean, the moments that they've had in their 7 years are second to none.
Well, and I'm sure you saw the bits and pieces of the interview that he had with Ariel Helwani. Like, he put AEW over hard, did MJF. And
dude loves his job.
Yeah, and it's cool to see, like, the evolution between him and Tony Khan. I know, like, the biggest thing that got his attention, or my attention towards him back in the day, it's weird to say, was MJF leaning into the camera, calling Tony Khan a fucking mark and daring him to fire him. And now look at here we are, just signing these mega contracts, getting tattoos on our asses and shit. Well, not our asses, but you know what I mean. Somewhere back there.
Yeah, I get what you mean, but
yeah,
we'll put a pause on that for right now because it's time to talk about the past. So, if you will indulge me.
You think you know me?
2001, Judgment Day, Sacramento. Stone Cold retains the WWF title against The Undertaker in a no-holds-barred match. Other matches on the card, Triple H retained the IC title, I believe. But I want to talk about one other match. Redacted versus Kurt Angle in a 2 out of 3 falls match.
Lordy.
It was for Kurt's gold medal. Redacted would get a pin in the first fall. Angle would make him tap in the second. And then they had a ladder match as the deciding fall, and Kurt would win by retrieving his gold medal.
I was trying to remember if this was absolutely. I was trying to remember if this is the one where Benoit was keeping the medal around his swang, and then Kurt Angle ended up kissing it afterwards. Was there? If my memory serves me correctly, I think that was somewhere in this.
2001, so I couldn't tell you.
So I think I do also. I think I do remember because this actually had a sweet fucking promo. There's like this old bum out in the streets yelling, "Heed my words, Judgment Day," when they made really good promos for WWE. And it was Taker, I think at the time it was actually the Brothers of Destruction and then the Two-Man Power Trip. This is 2001.
A couple weeks after Backlash where they did Winner Takes All, Brothers of Destruction versus Triple H and Stone Cold. Because they would have been the tag teams at the time. So...
Dude, I remember I had like I don't even know where I got it. It was like a cereal box, but it was like a WWF CD, and they used it as a promotion tool for Judgment Day. They had a couple other things on there too. I think they had a Backlash promo on there, but they had like Backlash, Judgment Day, and they had like some other cool features. It was just a weird, like little thing that it was cool in the 2000s to do. You know, give you little blurbs and materials and all that. Ooh, sorry, I just got sidetracked, Andrade, with the IWGP Global Championships on TV. But
there you go.
No, that was a great time.
2007 Judgment Day from St. Louis. Main event, John Cena would defeat the Great Khali by submission to retain the WWE title. Surprisingly decent match. Those two. Khali didn't really have chemistry with anybody, but he had chemistry with Cena. So Lashley would defeat Vince, Shane, and Umaga in a 1-on-3 handicap match. It was for the ECW title, but because he didn't pin Vince, he didn't win the title back because it was do-rag Vince. You know, he was lost his mind. And then MVP would start his record-breaking U.S. title reign in a 2 out of 3 falls match, also against Redacted, but he won 2 falls to none. So,
wow.
Bit of a sad one. 2011, at the age of 58. The Macho Man, Randy Savage, would pass away. Yeah, he had a heart attack and crashed his vehicle and passed away. You are still missed, Randy, one of the greatest of all time. Cream rises to the top.
Cream always rises to the top. I wish I could yell more about Elizabeth.
Elizabeth.
My throat.
Hogan.
Dig it.
You got black in your lustful heart.
With your hot dog and
dig it. That fucks up your throat, man.
It does, yeah. Mach had a knack for that. It's so weird hearing his real voice too, compared to his kayfabe voice.
Different.
It's very different.
That put a horse in my throat. 2017 NXT TakeOver Chicago. I'm going to talk about 2 matches here. Pete Dunne defeats Tyler Bate to win the NXT UK title. Fucking banger. If you have never seen it, go watch. Pause this video, go watch it, and then come back. It fucking rips. And it started a 640-day reign with the title for Pete before Walter at the time would win it. In the main
smoke
event,
that reign.
Kane would defeat DIY in a ladder match to retain the tag titles. And then at the end, Tommaso Ciampa would tell Johnny Gargano, "This isn't your moment. This is mine." And then the turn would happen. And we got caught with that fucking what's the word I'm looking for? With that logo at the end. Triple H.
Oh, logo. Like the
roll. And
yeah, like the. I know what you mean. It's on the tip of my tongue. I'm probably going to yell it.
Boom into the.
Yep.
And then happy birthday to a man who was a 6-time tag team champion of the world, the Road Dogg Jesse James.
Wow.
And to the Golden Star Kota Ibushi.
Oh, they share a birthday. That's pretty wild.
And, and I believe Akam as well from Author's Bane. So he retained the titles on his birthday. So good for him.
Yeah, way to go, bud.
That's enough about the past. We're going to talk about the future. Saturday night's main event. I believe this is 54, if I'm looking at this correctly. XLIV 54. That sound correct?
XLIV. I think that's XL. XL's 40. So 44.
44. I don't know.
Yes, sir.
So we'll start. I don't know what's going to main event here. We're going to end with what I think should main event. What I think is going to open is probably going to be Becky Lynch versus Sol Ruca. They flip-flopped this 3 times, saying it was for the IC title. Then it's not. Then it is. Then it's not. It's not. It's just a singles match. And
are you sure about that?
Yes.
Because did not Chris Van Vliet put it on his Facebook that they just switched it for the IC title?
They switched it back to the IC title and they switched it back again. So,
oh, Jesus. Okay.
Was for the title, I'd be pretty sure Becky was winning because Sol is not there yet. I think she will be there after this weekend when she pins Becky Lynch. I'm sure this is going to be a very fun match. But Sol's been on the main roster for 3 weeks, hasn't gotten a win yet. She lost to Liv. She lost to Io. I think she gets her first win here this weekend.
Against the champion in a non-title match.
Gotta earn that title shot.
I mean, sure, but then maybe start getting some actual pins and wins against non-champions.
Take your glasses off. Put your kayfabe glasses on. Put them on.
What did I do?
Becky into this match because it's a pretty easy way to get a match with Becky.
Sure.
Title's not on the line. She's gonna get the win. Take off the podcast glasses. Put on the kayfabe ones. Just.
I have no glasses to. What do you want me to, like so? Is this it?
That'll work.
Am I doing it?
Clip that, please. We're gonna clip that.
How do I do this? I don't know. I could see Sol maybe like if they're really going to go this route with it. Like I hope at least by like SummerSlam we get to that. I feel like she's like a very SummerSlam kind of chick. That's a weird thing to say, but I could see her.
You mean, but also WWE. Fuck you for changing her theme just enough. It didn't need the woes in there. It's not fucking Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, there's too many woes, and I appreciate good music without like vocals in it for some of these folks. Like Sol Ruca.
You're still wrong about Batista, but that's okay.
I mean, so I'll say this about Sol. I think, with a win over Bayley, maybe she's kind of like the 4 horsewomen killer. I mean, she's got to face Charlotte. She's basically her fucking doppelganger, right? Like, and they have kind of similar builds, similar just styles of movement. You know what I mean? So maybe she beats Becky, gets through with that. I think she's good enough to win the IC title at least by SummerSlam.
Yeah, I go to it, and this is a good first stepping stone.
Sure, and I mean, I'm all for Becky putting over new talent, right? I feel like that's kind of the aim of this reign. Like, she doesn't need another lengthy IC title reign. Like, she could easily.
We are like dipping our toes into the next era of WWE.
Yes.
Because I think Punk's going to be around for a couple more years. Roman is going to lose his title at SummerSlam maybe earlier and be gone. Seth is gone within 2 years, I think. Brock, we'll get to that. Well, we'll get to it right now. Brock's back. Like, what the
just
fuck?
Just put it on the table. Yeah, just fucking out of nowhere.
I think this is the first time I've been genuinely worked in a while. Like, bravo to you. Don't take a bow, Brock, because you'll split your goddamn pants again.
Yeah, he worked the seams in those fucking pants of his, them fucking Levi's.
No, there was no leaks on it. There was nothing. They fucking, oh my God. That was a genuine shock. And
you know, when I saw some of the comments and some of the speculations out there floating in internet land about, you know, TKO threatening Brock with a lawsuit, saying TKO was pissed because he went ahead and did a shoot. He worked them into a shoot doing one of these.
Let's not get into that. Let's just say,
I don't know, man.
Brock being back is and coming back in such a shocking way is very fucking cool.
I'm fine with it. I am all for more Brock Ope-Eh. I'm glad if that's the route they're going to go for Clash in Italy. If they're going to round it out SummerSlam, make it like a 2 of 3.
We'll talk about it later next week, because that'll be going. Clash in Italy is what, next weekend, or is it the weekend after?
It is the weekend after. So next week.
Because next week we have Kicking Out Pod, and we got to focus on A-Dub. But yeah, that's a good thing. Did you pick a winner, Soul or Becky?
In this first bout, I think Soul is probably the safe bet. She's beaten Bailey already on Saturday night's main event, so like I think we kind of continue tradition here.
Okay.
My stance.
Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair, and Alexa versus the Baddies. They don't have a name yet. I'm going to call them the Baddies because that's what they are.
What everyone else is calling them.
I think this one's pretty cut and dry. I figure Saturday night's main event we're kind of going to go short on because Double or Nothing is really the biggest show of this weekend. Charlotte and Rhea are not going to get along, and it's going to cause their downfall. And Jade's going to pin one of them. I'd say maybe Alexa, but I would prefer if she pins Charlotte.
I would too. I think that's the direction they go in. I think it's great for Michin and BFAB that they're getting this shine along with like the biggest names arguably in the women's division over the last, 10 years by this point.
You got two people who can, one who is guaranteed on the Rushmore, one who is arguably on the Rushmore, and one who's going to have her face on the Rushmore at the end of her career.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's great for all involved on the other side of the Rhea, Charlotte, Alexa, curmudgeon. I think Jade ultimately gets the pin. Like you, I'm hoping it's Charlotte because I feel like Charlotte, similar to Becky, similar to Bailey, are all kind of in that phase where they're just looking to put over now. So we'll see how that goes, but that's what I'm hoping for.
The Vision, Logan Paul and the Jobber versus the Street Profits. He lost to Seth with the pedigree.
With the pedigree.
It's not a good
pedigree's a finisher.
It's not Triple H's pedigree. It's a different
pedigree. It's a pedigree. Are we going to split hairs about this? It's like,
I'm splitting hairs to piss you off specifically. And I know
because it's Austin Theory taking the dub.
Doing the exact same thing.
I'm sure he would. I have no reservation about that whatsoever. That being said,
I'm a little confused on this one because of what we saw on Raw. Is it finally time for the Street Profits to split? I don't think
so. No, I don't think they're going to split. I think it's hashing out like them as individuals a bit more because I think they can do kind of like what Edge and Christian split. Not maybe the best example, but I feel as though you can still build them as individuals. New Day or like the Usos even.
And then they're associated, but they can come back whenever.
Yeah. Like the New Day, like the Usos. I feel like they're
with the Vision. Continue your thought, please. You kind of
I think that they want to build like Angelo Dawkins. Obviously, Tez is the feature of the team. I think there's a lot to be said positive about Dawkins too. And I like what they're doing where they're trying to kind of create like a weird, like, dynamic between him and Seth where like Tez isn't fully approved. It gives them depth, and they need depth. They've been, fucking, we want the smoke, red cups and this, like all that. Like, and what's interesting too, and I read this somewhere, like following all the releases of all those tag teams, like it looks like there's someone out there
tag division, but they just released 2 of the greatest tag teams of all time.
And they're apparently released Los Garza, which they were doing absolutely nothing with, but they could do so much with because they're so fucking talented. I mean, I don't know if they're for sure gone by now, but and then apparently there's also rumor of like Baron Corbin, who I presume and would hope to fucking God would still be with Dijak coming in if he were coming back in.
But
there's a rumor of Enzo and Cass.
It's all speculation, and realistically, I don't care that much. Like, you got a lot of good tag teams in house.
Fraxium
is right fucking there.
Fraxium. I don't know. It's interesting the mentality behind that, because again, you've had a lot of tag teams who you've done virtually nothing with. Is it working kind of like seasons of a TV show where like it's like, oh, we just gotta refresh this shit, and then maybe we'll bring them back later, and then they'll be new again.
That is kind of.
I don't know. I mean, they can if they want to rebuild the tag division. I'm very sure they can. I'm sure there's a lot of tag teams that would love to get the call from WWE. There's teams in Hank and Tank, again, perfect example of a team waiting on a call up. They can figure it out.
It's kind of a moot point to me. I don't know, man. Who do you got here?
Here, I would think the Vision, because you want to kind of keep building stuff going on between Tez and Ford just to kind of flesh their characters out. And you got Breaker. I feel like them losing the titles maybe this is where we finally dissolve the Vision, because Braun's realizing that he's just saddling up with a couple of fucking losers. I don't know. We got to have Bronson back to kind of weigh in on all that mess too. But I think more likely than not, we get defense here at this show.
Speaking of tag team champions, Paige and Brie Bella versus the Irresistible Forces, Lash Legend, Nia Jax. Paige and Brie Bella are retaining. I don't have much else to go on. They're being workhorses right now, and I really appreciate it. They're putting a spotlight on the women's tag division, and that's awesome. The Legends keep it.
Yeah, I don't see much benefit, especially because the obvious workup is kind of there. I feel like I don't know. I've been a little critical of Paige and Brie and their chemistry as a team, and the fact that you have a team that's a bit more ingrained, like the Irresistible Forces, who could easily take the belts back and still be dominant with it. But I feel like you got to wait for Nikki to get better before anything moves with any of that stuff. So I see by hook or crook, some way somehow, Paige and Brie retain.
And then what I assume will be the main event, and probably should be the main event, the Intercontinental Champion, Penta El Cero Miedo versus All Ego. I'm very excited for this match. They've brought Ethan Page up damn near perfectly.
Yeah.
It's his time. Penta's been a great champ, but it's time for another heel IC champ, and nobody's better at that than goddamn Ethan Page, megastar on the rise. This time next year, you see him going for the world titles.
It's entirely possible. I think
Ego camp.
Yeah, I think Donnie would very much love to come on the show next week. If you can hear me, Donnie, and comment on what is inevitably sure to be the rise of All Ego as he renames and rechristens the Ethan Page Championship, according to Michael Cole, who I'm sure was saying this according to
Inter-Canadian Championship.
Yes. It will be all Canadian. That's for sure. Ethan Page, again, Penta's a great champion, but Ethan Page, Michael Cole put him the fuck over on that promo. He's like, you've got the tools to be one of the best of like all time, effectively. WWE has put so much stock in Ethan Page, and I'm glad to see it. It's great. It's really cool to see a guy who, got maybe half a shot in other places just really get shot to the moon based off of things that people have been seeing and saying.
He was built for WWE.
That much is true. And it's cool, man. And again, you can tell he's motivated to be there. He's motivated to be well. Like, he's hitting it in the gym. His before and after pic looks fucking phenomenal. Yeah, I have to go with Ethan on this one. I'm very much looking forward to an Ethan Page IC title run. And Penta maybe just reunites with Rey Fenix.
Maybe.
What did I say? Did I say something other than Saturday?
Nope. I was moving on to the next point. That's Saturday. Sunday is Double or Nothing. I believe it's in New York. I think it's the first time outside of Vegas for Double or Nothing. So Okada versus Takeshita for the International Championship. This match has been building for fucking ever.
Yes.
Gonna bang.
Absolutely.
I don't think Okada is losing this title yet. I think they're going to save that for All In. Probably to Takeshita still. But I think it's going to be very close, and then you get the full face turn of Takeshita at the end of this match. Because he's still kind of on the tweener camp. He's got his foot in the water, a heel. He's got a foot in the water, face. He's walking that tightrope.
Yeah.
But something's going to happen here, and Cal is going to kick him out of the family.
Mm-hmm.
And we get to see the alpha on his own. But
you think he gets kicked out of the family before?
Dude, nefarious.
Yeah. Very nefarious. Okada's... I'm actually really liking heel Okada at this point in AEW. He's really leaning in his character. I love seeing him with the I almost call it the IC, the IN title. That being said, too, I can't wait for it to go on to Takeshita because Takeshita was a fucking great international champion. And I think it's time for really Okada to move up to the world title picture. I mean, I would, for the sake of this event, I could almost see. Yeah, no, I see Okada winning this one. I like what you're putting down for the fact that, I mean, Okada beating Takeshita makes sense, and then you can kind of get him, more seasoned as a face leading up to All In. And people love them a good comeback story too, right? Like, can Takeshita do this on his own? Can he stand up against the whole family now that he's out? Yeah, I'm thinking, I'm hedging my bets on Okada on this one. That's my thoughts.
FTR defends against Cage and Cope in a tag team I Quit match. If Cage and Cope lose, they must retire as a tag team. Off that stipulation alone, I feel pretty strongly in Cage and Cope winning the titles here.
Yeah. I would fucking hate it if Cope and Cage were to lose. I don't know how unless Cage wants to be a complete prick and just, because he's already lost an I Quit match against Cope in the past for the TNT title. So maybe if Cope is,
after he got hit in the balls with Spike or whatever the bat's name is.
Yeah. And I mean, maybe it sets up one last bit of rivalry. I don't know why they would do that. But Cope is like, he thinks he's like the Christian reader or whatever the fuck. But maybe it kind of proves him to be wrong. That being said, I hope and think that the move is Cope and Cage winning, leading to, like we were talking about, maybe like a little multi-tag.
TLC.
The Bucks will have to be involved in this. Yes, the Bucks have to weigh in on this ultimately. And maybe one other tag team. yet to be determined.
Next match, I didn't think I would see this stipulation. I thought it would in Anarchy in the Arena, but I guess Louis Armstrong Stadium is a stadium, or Louis Armstrong, I should say. Jericho, the Hurt Syndicate, Bobby Lashley, Shelton Benjamin, and the Elite, Kenny, Jungle Jack Perry, Matt Jackson, Nick Jackson versus the Demand, Ricochet, Bishop Khan, Toliona, the Don Callis family, and the Dogs. And the Don Callis family is Mark Davis and Andrade El Idolo. Stadium Stampede.
That sounds like a fucking mess.
What do I have to say on this match?
It's such a clusterfuck.
It's
yes.
Like Anarchy.
It's just going to be
Stadium Stampede is like AEW's version of the Royal Rumble. It's like they have their casino gauntlets, and sometimes those are really good, and sometimes they're kind of mid because they space it out too much. This is their version of the Royal Rumble because it's like no matter what, you will get people to watch, and you can explain. So all this shit's going to happen, and music's going to be playing, and then it's going to get fucking crazy, and music will continue to play, and then at some point, somebody's going to kill the music, and it's going to be really funny, and then it's just going to, like, people are going to kill each other. It's going to fuck. Like, I fully expect the faces to win, but Jericho hasn't won on pay-per-view like 3 or 4 years. He could keep that streak going. He might be the one to get pinned here, but like, I don't care. I'm watching this.
It's going to be just like a fucking firework finale on the 4th of July,
so
right? It's just going to be just
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is a 14-man stadium stampede match.
That's fucking ridiculous.
It's so much shit happening all at once, and music played. Like it's
just how do the cameras keep up with all that shit?
They
like
don't.
There's going to be spots everywhere, dude.
They don't.
I don't
care. It's gonna fuck.
I mean, yeah, I would probably have to give it. I'd hate to see the Dogs lose, but yeah, no.
Ricochet, one of the Demand is going to take the pin if the heels lose.
Yeah, they've got the least to be proud of in this whole thing. So, yeah, I could see the faces taking it. I could see it. It's going to be a bloody fuckaroo, but hey, that's what it's there for. So, I give it to the faces.
Tekla defends against Hikaru Shida, Jamie Hayter, and Chris Statlander. 4-way match for the World Championship. Also going to be a lot of fun, especially because it's no DQ. So, what are the Sisters of Sin? Is that their name? Or
yeah,
they're going to get involved.
Sisters of Sin for the win.
Windsor's going to get involved. Fucking maybe Rio makes an appearance for Shida. Like, I don't know what you want me to tell you, Brandon. This entire card is just going to be a lot of fun. Like, there's going to be some pure graps. There's going to be some craziness. There's going to be some fucking banger. Like, it's an AEW pay-per-view.
I'm looking forward to this match. I think it's going to be fucking spots on spots too. I mean, Tekla's been a great women's champion. I think, stacking her up against like 3 of like the biggest names in the women's championship lineage is going to look great for her. Like, she again just stands out amongst the pack so firmly. Do we see the return of one Mercedes Moné at this event?
No.
Following this match, you think it's any time yet? You don't think that's the build for All In?
Got to be post All In.
You think it's post All In?
She's not in the Owen. It's got to be post All In. Give her some time.
Maybe.
Let her breathe. Let her just enjoy her time off. But post
All In. With no titles. Yeah. I don't know, man. I have an inkling. It's like that, but it's there. I think Tekla retains in this, though. I think she pins. Yeah, I think she pins. Who has she not pinned in this group? She could probably pin Shida. So she's pinned Hayter and Stat Daddy. Yeah, I think Sheeta, surprisingly, given the fact that she's a 3.
Sheeta. Nothing on Sheeta, but
right.
she is taking this pin. She's the
one. It's just crazy. You look at AEW's history and you look at like where Sheeta was in the women's division when it was still pretty new, right? And how she held that title. And now looking at her
history.
And now looking at her compared to Stat Daddy, compared to Jamie Hayter, compared to Tekla, like I think she feels like the weakest link in this quad.
She's also in like a transition period in her character with this, what is it? She has a kendo stick and she wants to use it. She doesn't want to use it. I don't know what the fuck's going on with her. She's kind of going crazy. But like, well, I think the safe bet is Sheeta getting pinned.
I think that's the way to go. If I'm being frank. I think that's the way to go.
Men's Owen Hart quarterfinal: Samoa Joe versus Will Ospreay. Oh shit! Will is the heir apparent to win the crown this year. It would be crazy if he did not win, but he will. Push it all in on Black. This is the easiest match to call on this card.
Yep. Yeah, I think so. Samoa Joe's going to beat the absolute fuck out of him. He's going to tweak that neck. It's going to be some fun outside shit with the Ops and the Death Riders. But in the end, I think the Owen is going to be Will's vehicle to get to the top. I think it's about time we see Will as world champ.
The story getting there is already set in stone. He's come back from a neck injury. He doesn't think he's got it. He's training with the people that hurt him, and he's getting tougher. He's showing that he can do it. Him winning this tournament is going to push him to the fucking mountaintop of AEW.
Absolutely. Yeah, and Joe is one of those guys who, if you beat him, regardless of how old he is or what stage he's at, you've done something meaningful in your career.
We'll have to do an episode on our Mount Rushmores, but this is a hot take in and of itself. He's on my Mount Rushmore. Samoa Joe is on my Mount Rushmore of professional wrestlers. He's in my top 4.
I think that's solid. I would knock that out.
Regal is the greatest wrestler to never hold the WWE title, and I still believe that. Number 2 is Samoa Joe.
Yeah, Joe's held a few other titles, which kind of takes a little bit of edge away from that.
Every single promotion he's ever been in, except WWE, and and if you count NXT, sure, but he should have beat Brock. He should have beat AJ.
Yep.
But one guy probably thought he was a little too big because he's a fucking sociopath. So
probably could have beat Roman too, honestly. There's plenty of time he made Roman look like a fucking stooge at one point. But
every time.
Yeah. But yeah, I got to give it to Will here. Will's pretty much written in the stars at this joint.
In another quarterfinal in the men's, Owen Bandito versus Swerve Strickland. Oh boy. I know I
it's not
the ROH World Championship
for the ROH
because
World title.
The Owen Hart Championship is more.
I know it's in the Owen. It's It's not gonna be ROH isn't gonna factor into the Owen at all. Maybe they put it on down.
Argue it to the moon. It does. I know you are ROH diehard number 1. You can argue it to the moon, Brandon. But
they should have had it at Supercard of fucking honor instead of entertaining some Blake Christian bullshit.
Doesn't fucking matter.
Oh,
it just doesn't. Bandito is a great champion, and I will not argue that, but it doesn't on AEW TV. They have no reason to care about it. That being said, this is I know I said Stadium Stampede, that's a match I'm always looking forward to. That match right there, I'm looking forward to that match.
That's going to be a great motherfucking match. Great match.
I see Swerve winning. Because I think the finals are let's take a look. Or Swerve and I think Swerve and Will is probably your finals at Forbidden Door. That makes sense to me. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's good matchups either way you skin it, right? Because like Bandito, because if we talk about who's coming up next, there's some good match options there too. And I wouldn't be mad if we even got a Bandito and Will Ospreay final. Like they've already proven they can put on an amazing match.
I'm not discrediting that, but for this story to work, you have to give Will his hardest chances. So him versus Claudio, maybe that makes some sense in the finals. Him versus Brody, maybe. But the 4 options for the finals for Will are Swerve, Bandito, Claudio, and Brody. It's not going to be Bandito. I would say Brody is the next option to go down after that. It's Claudio or Swerve. Claudio because of the Death Rider side of it, and Swerve because 2 years ago in the main event of Forbidden Door, what happened?
Oh, I'm trying to remember. 2 years ago for Forbidden Door. 2 years ago for Forbidden Door, 2024. Fuck.
International champion Will Ospreay lost to world champion Swerve Strickland because he did not have the strength to beat him. He tried with the hidden blade. Swerve just said, nope. This time he's going to hit it.
I was trying to think if there's something that happened before they both.
That has to be your finals.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of good to be put in that storyline. Yeah, and obviously Swerve's always looking to be champ. So, I don't know, man. I see Bandito too. I mean, I don't see Bandito. That kind of rules
out all you want.
He's not kind of rules out the ending, but I mean, it wouldn't do champ versus champ, unfortunately. But yeah, maybe.
You are fantasy booking yourself into a hole because
Swerve,
the logical 52. Sense for Bandito to make it to the finals.
There's tons of logical sense. There's not just as sensical as maybe some others.
If
maybe
the story
Swerve 52.
If the 48. Story is Will Ospreay having to beat the demons and prove he's better, faster, stronger than everybody, Bandito is not that guy. Swerve Strickland, that fucking guy.
Did they have a match against each other ever since they've been in AEW or no?
Swerve and Will?
Yeah, I don't think they have they? Oh, no, they did. You just said that. Jesus H Almighty.
Forbidden Door.
It's been a long day, brother.
They had a banger last year on Dynamite.
Yeah, I didn't have AEW at the time, or I didn't have like cable TBS, so I didn't get to check. I will have to review. But yeah, we'll say for the sake of some mild argument, maybe Swerve is the guy in this. We'll go with Swerve. Fine.
We'll go with Swerve. Alex Windsor, Women's Owen. I'm gonna go with Windsor here. I think Nightingale. Yeah. They could push Nightingale to the main event. She's definitely earned that. And Hervis Tekla makes sense. The epitome of good versus the epitome of evil in AEW. But I don't see Nightingale staying TBS champ and getting a push to the main event like Mercedes. With Mercedes, it made sense. I don't think that makes sense with Willow.
No, I don't think so either. Is there some point that we see oh my God, what's her name? The one we like. The one who's teaming with her.
Harley Cameron.
Yeah, Harley Cameron. Do we see Harley Cameron maybe getting involved in some way, shape, or form to set up a feud between the two of them for the TBS title?
I think that should be your all-in feud.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I see Harley. She's getting a little bit stale. I feel like, just get her in there for like a heel run And I feel like Willow's a great face where like she can pretty much hold her own and boost any heel that you put her in there with. And I feel like Harley's an easy one. So like I would say maybe Harley doesn't screw her in this opening round, but I mean I could see like, especially if something happens with Jamie, I could definitely see Alex wanting to step up to plate against Tekla. And then, Alex and Will both, winning the Owen seems to make some sense. I might be booking way too far in advance. I don't think
Alex wins the Owen, if I'm being honest.
No.
I think the heir apparent is either Mina or Athena. Whoever wins their match is probably going to win it.
If Athena's track record holds up going for titles other than the ROH women's title, I don't see it.
Or Sari. Like,
oh, yeah.
Those are your two outsiders, but like I think it's Mina or Athena. If they want to give it to Willow, I'm not going to be mad. Just Willow.
Yeah. Right.
In the main event. Go ahead.
Alex. No, Alex. That's it.
In a title versus hair match, Darby Allin defends against MJF. His reign at Darby is fucking ripped. It's been constant bangers. The dude's putting it all on the line, like he always does, but he's got the world title around his waist. And unfortunately, after tonight, he's going to run himself ragged. And he's just going to be right for the picking for MJF. You can't run yourself ragged going into a match against the biggest master strategist and manipulator and cheater, for lack of a better term, in professional wrestling today. And it's very emblematic for Darby to lose his title to MJF after the way he beat him, because MJF did not take him seriously, and MJF is taking him deadly serious because he doesn't want to be fucking bald.
Yeah, no, that's an investment on that dome there. So,
and it's going to be a great match. But I think Darby's title reign will come to an end due to the one thing that's kept their feud, even outside of AEW, completely circular. The good old-fashioned headlock takeover.
And do you think he cradles him on this
Diamond Ring shot before the headlock takeover? Diamond Ring.
Or while he's in it.
Pick him back up, headlock takeover. 3-time with the Burberry.
Yeah, I don't see MJF losing this one. Also, it'll be interesting to see how tonight goes, because Darby Allin has his 7th AEW World Title defense tonight against Speedball Mike Bailey. So, which will be a fucking baller of a match. It's going to wear Darby the fuck out.
Ever with that title.
In the span of a month. I mean, if there's anything to remember, it's funny because I know his, legacy is antithetical to Darby Allin's title reign and the meaning of it, right? But I think that in and of itself is the legacy of Darby Allin's, what I presume will be his singular world title reign, is the fact that no other man or woman, for that matter, I don't think is going to try to defend the world title and successfully do so every single week to stack up defenses the way Darby has. I think that's his legacy in all of this.
The only person who should and could do that is Darby.
I mean, yeah, and that's the thing too. People like are shitting on him for his title reign as it is right now, like who he is, how he looks, all that other stuff. Darby Allin, yeah, sure was. I mean, he's a little guy, but like he's fucking, he's putting in the work.
Suspension of disbelief, man. The dude is in jackass stunts and does climb Mount Everest and jumps out of fucking planes. Like, he can withstand punishment. But what he can't withstand is somebody who's a cheating, conniving scumbag.
Now, MJF does not cheat. He's said very sternly on Ariel Helwani. He's very, very against the concept of cheating.
Diamond Ring is a foreign object. If he gets caught using it, it will be a disqualification and he will get shaved bald.
So he's got a lot to consider. This is, of course, if he gets caught. So But wow, Mark Briscoe beat Tommaso Ciampa. Fucking A. They're gushing too. I mean, would you expect anything less?
Where's fucking
Tommaso seems to be enjoying himself. Yeah, right. I'm sure he's got much to say. But yeah, good for Mark, dude. I'm glad to see Mark still doing well. What is this chicken? What the? Okay.
I think already with Tommaso, this is going to be we're nearing the end of the episode, but with Tommaso's run in AEW, he will win the world championship.
You think so?
It shows that Tony gives a shit about him, and like he's put on nothing but great matches, put his best foot forward. Like he looks like a loyal soldier, for lack of a better term. Dude cares, and it shows. And I think they're going to reward that. It may not be a long reign, but I think he will hold the title for a little bit. He is the heir apparent for the Casino Gauntlet contract winner, in my eyes.
I could see that.
If it's not Okada.
Yeah. I mean, I'd be very curious because I'm sure that Gargano and oh my God. I'm sorry. I'm so fucking bad on names today. Who is Johnny Gargano's wife? Thank you. I am so sure that they are counting
AEW, they got to run Johnny and Candice versus the Young Bucks in like just a weapons match because they have to.
Just run the old PWG playbook. I would love to see
with the fucking thumbtacks back.
I would love to see. I'm pretty sure they're going to try and think to run FTR versus DIY. That would be fucking killer. I would love to see that shit. And they'll run the rivalry back. You know that's going to be a thing. You know, assuming Johnny were to go over there and Tommaso were to win the title, I feel like that's...
I wish that both of those guys would get a fair shot on the main roster because they really haven't. Like, they got like a subdued DIY run, but like, you look at their run in NXT, like they showed that they could be your faces of the company. Like Tommaso is such a fucking great heel. Like when he came out in New Orleans to no music and he was just booed to the ring, why wouldn't you? But nope, he just became Ciampa and then he became the Miz's underling, and then
as we've seen too, NXT and WWE are two kind of different universes, right? It's different crowds, it's different expectations.
Well, not anymore.
I don't think hot take, brother. I mean, hot take. I'll say this, and we can maybe expand on this more come June, July. I don't think you could ever make a main roster Johnny Gargano Tommaso Ciampa feud as successful on the main roster on Raw or SmackDown as you would ever have it in NXT. Like, I just couldn't. I can't see it. Would it be good?
I'm not disagreeing, but I'm just saying that you have two guys that showed they could do and be at the top of the card, and then they just never got the shot. And
the top of A card, yeah.
But I'm gonna disagree here, saying that NXT and WWE are too different. Because you look at Ope-Eh, you look at Trick Williams, you look at Ethan Page, you look at Sol Ruca, JC Jane, like those transitions to the main roster of those five, Sol Ruca is honestly the odd one out because it's still so fresh. But you look at that transition, Javon Evans, for that matter, it's been super simple compared to when it was Vince's WWE, where he'd be like, all right, so Karrion Kross, you're a big spooky guy and you got a hot girlfriend. Let's take the hot girlfriend away and we'll put you in BDSM gear. That'll get you over now. Keith
a little
Lee,
bit of Mad Max.
Let's take away your great music and put you in a jungle singlet and we'll call you the Bearcat. Like Stephanie Vaquer, for that matter, too. Great transitions. Like now it's a lot better. But like back in the before times, we'll say, wasn't great.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Even now, like, I mean, We can talk more about it at our hot takes episode. That's all I'll say. I just don't. AEW, it would work. WWE.
No, I get what you're saying, but my point is that they never got the chance to show how good they are, even in Triple H's WWE, despite them being the most Triple H guys there were on that roster.
Yeah, I guess we'll see how things unfold.
I give a fuck about the tag division for reasons, but
yeah, they're very hot and cold with it.
Double or Nothing this Sunday. Next week, 1, 2, kick out.
Oh,
because the Kicking Out pod is going to join us.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing them fellas. That's been a long time coming. I'm excited to talk some AEW with them boys.
We're gonna have a few more Opes on the cast.
Hell yeah, brother!
Talk Double or Nothing. We'll end the show with a quick hits on Saturday night's main event because AEW is going to be the main point. Brandon, before I send us home, you have anything you want to say to the people? Like and subscribe because we would appreciate it.
Yes, absolutely. First and foremost, follow us: Facebook, X, Instagram, YouTube. Obviously, welcome. I swear to God, we got one more. TikTok, yeah, get us to 50. We want to
get the lives. So
yep, we want to shoot some shit with you.
Shoot some shit, and you want to see me maybe go live once. We'll see.
Also, dude, Ring of Honor Supercard of Honor was on the 15th. The only thing I will say about it is they need to figure out how to transition some of these fucking championships because it's been it's been Lee Moriarty and Bandito and Athena for fucking ever. Even Red Velvet. I'm just like, ROH needs some change up. And with all these talent that are kind of flooding into AEW, they literally have no excuse to not give something a shot here. So just not Blake fucking Christian. That's all I want to say about that. Yeah, we'll be seeing you next week. It's all about results. We got Double or Nothing. We got Saturday night's main event to talk about the Kicking Out podcast.
And that should be a great time. But for tonight, this has been your favorite podcast saying, thanks for stopping to the Ope-Eh 3-Way. Have a drink on us, and we'll see you next time. Have a wonderful night.